So, hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope all of you are doing very well. So, today's video we are going to talk about IELTS Writing Task 2. Is it about essay? Now we start our essay. So, our essay type is a discuss both views plus opinion essay. So, I hope all of you are doing very well. All of you are doing very well. Students, today's class is extremely important because we are going to discuss a very common IELTS Writing Task 2 question, and that is a homework. That is a homework. So many students lose marks in writing task 2 because they don't understand the question, they don't explain ideas properly, and they don't structure paragraph correctly. So today's we learn how to understand the essay question, how to write a proper introduction, how to develop body paragraph, and how to explain idea like a band 7 plus students. So please keep with your notebook and pen ready. So pause the video whenever required. And now we start with our writing task 2 question. So here's our question is: some people believe that students should be given less homework, while others think that more homework is necessary. Our essay type is a discuss both view plus opinion. Give your opinion here. So students first understand that S type of essay is a discuss both view plus opinion essay, and that's mean you must talk about less homework, you must talk about more homework, and you must clearly say what you think. Here is, you must talk about your less homework, you must talk about more homework, and you must clearly say what you think. If you miss even any one part of marks cuts. If you miss even one part, your marks will cut. So in this essay, the writer supports like giving homeworks but not excessive. So introduction paragraph, we start our introduction here. So first, when there is a discussion about the amount of homework to be given to students. There are divided viewpoints here. Full stop. Some advocate that less homework, less homework should be given. However, a few others claim that this should not be the case. Here, stop, and here should. When there is a discussion about the amount of homework to be given to students, there is a divided viewpoint, and some advocate that less homework should be given. However, a few others claim that this should not be the case. This should not be the case. To large extent, I support I support the latter view and my preference is explained further. Here is our introduction is over to large. When there is a discussion about the amount of homework to be given to students, there is a divided viewpoints. Some advocate that less homework should be given. However, a few others claim that this should not be the case, and to a large extent, I support the latter view and my preference is explained further. So, our introduction is over here. Now with something. There are divided viewpoints. This means people do not agree and society is divided. This is a natural opinion which is examiner like. And number two line is some advocate that less homework should be given. This is one side of argument, and others claim that this should not be the case. So this show the opposite side. So till now topic introduced and the both view mentioned, and thesis statement is I support the latter view. This is our thesis statement. This is the most important line. It clearly tells the examiner I support more homework. No confusion, no middle opinion. The most important rule in the IELTS writing task. So examiner must know your opinion in 30 seconds. So now our introduction is over, and then we move to body paragraph 1. To begin with, homework teaches students to work independently and develop self-discipline. Discipline. The home assignment encourage them to take intuit as well as the responsibility for completing a task. Here is a full stop, and for instance, a student goes through the textbook lessons and his class notes repeatedly while doing his homework. So this reinforces skills and concepts and information learned Here is a learn and in the class. So homework also makes the learners aware of learning gaps, and this drives them to interact. Interact with teachers for doubt solving. So home assignment is the most effective method to include the practice of self-study. Here is our body paragraph. One is over, and I'll explain. First I'll read. So to begin with, homework teaches students to work independently and develop self-discipline. The home assignment encourages them to intuitive as well as the responsibility for completing a task. For instance, a student goes through the textbook lesson and his class note repeatedly while doing his homework. This reinforces skill, concept and information learned in the class. Homeworks also make the learners aware of learning gaps. So, this drives them to interact with teacher for doubt solving. Home assignment and is the most effective method to include the practice of self-study. So now we explain. So our topic sentence is a homework teaches students to work independently and develop self-discipline. So this sentence answer like why homework is a good, and words like independently, self-discipline are band 7 plus vocabulary. Here is a independently and self-discipline. These words are band 7 vocabulary. So explanation is like homework teaches like responsibilities. Here is the responsibilities, time management. Here is a time management. So intuitive, and these are life skill, not just academic skills. So examples like students goes through textbooks and class notes, the class lesson. So IELTS examiners loves like simple, real and logical examples like learning gaps. Homework helps students to understand what they know, what they don't know, and so they ask teachers questions, and this is called a cause and effect, which increase band score. And our final line is home assignment is the most effective method to include the practice of self-study. So this sentence concludes the paragraph properly. And now our body paragraph 1 is over, and then we move to body paragraph 2. Furthermore, the concept of homework establishes the home school connection, homeschool connection, and when some lessons are allotted to be done at time at home. It creates opportunities for parents to participate actively in their child's education. And help to evaluate their what's progress. This 45s the fundamentals of learning. Moreover, these days a little more homework can prove a blessing, as it would keep the student away from technology addiction. So our body paragraph 2 is over. Furthermore, the concept of homework establishes the homeschool connection. When some lessons are allotted to be done at home, and it creates an opportunity for parents to participate actively in their child's education and help to evaluate their words progress. So this fortifies the fundamentals of learning. Moreover, this day a little more homework can prove a blessing, as it would keep the student away from technology addiction. Now here, this paragraph talk about family and society. So linking words like furthermore, and this show a continuity, the good coherence, and homeschool connection. Here is a homeschool connection. Is the teachers, parents, students, and parents can check progresses, guide children, support learning, and this is a major thinking. And then technology addition. So this is a modern problem. Mobile phone, game, social media, homeworks keep students like busy, focused, and productivity. These points make the essay relevant and strong. Now our counter argument paragraph. Here is our counter argument paragraph. So I'll write counter argument paragraph here. However, there are some aspects that must be kept in sight when homework is given. So apart from apart from studies, students should also have the leisure to socialize and play. So then, too much homework and academic stress can lead to poor mental and physical health. Here is our continuously for our counter paragraph. Now counter argument paragraph, public health and young learners would be deprived of their childhood fun and time to pursue their hobbies. Now the counter argument paragraph is, however, there are some aspects that must be kept in sight when homework is given. Apart from studies, students should be always have the leisure to socialize and play. Too much homework and academic stress can lead to poor mental and physical health. Young learners would be deprived of their childhood fun and time to pursue their hobbies. Yes, this paragraph shows balance, like why this is important. IELTS examiner want fair thinking and balanced opinions. Problem of too much lines and paragraphs. So here is a counter argument essay, and examiner one and problem of too much homework, stress, anxiety, health issue, and children also need play, friends, and hobbies. So this paragraph proves the writer is not extreme. And now our conclusion paragraph. We move to our conclusion paragraph is to conclude with the homework debate. I trust that my explanation convince that assigning a little more homework to learners would certainly make them disciplined and independent in their thought. So, in their thoughts and independent in their thoughts and would definitely create interest in academics. Is the saying goes, here is some homework and some play can make Jack a smart boy. Here is our conclusion is over. Convince me that. So Jack a smart boy. To conclude, with the homework debate, I trust that my explanation convinced me that assigning a little more homework to learners would certainly make them self-disciplined and independent in their thoughts, and would definitely create interest in academics. As the saying goes, some homeworks and some plays can make Jack a smart boy. So now, our conclusion. Student, this is a strong IELTS conclusion, and it does three things like restate opinions, summarize benefits, and positively. So no new ideas is added is a perfect. No new idea is added is a perfect, and the probes is the opinion bus, but fit well here. Final examiner assignments like task response, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary and grammar. So expected at a band 6.5 to 7 and above, with the grammar polishing 7.5 plus. So now, first I'll read whole essay. So essay type is a discuss both you. Sorry. Discuss both view plus opinion essay. So now we read the essay. Type discuss both view plus opinion essay. So essay question is: some people believe that students should be given less homework, while others think that more homework is necessary. Once again, some people believe that students should be given less homework, while others think that more homework is necessary. So start with introduction. When there is a discussion about the amount of homework to be given to students, there are divided viewpoints. Some advocate that less homework should be given. However, a few others claim that this should not be the case to a large extent. I support the latter view, and my preference is explained further. So, then body paragraph 1. To begin with, homework teaches students to work independently and develop self-discipline. The homework assignment and encourages them to take intuitive as well as the responsibility for completing a task. For instance, a student goes through the textbook lesson and his class note repeatedly while doing his homework. This reinforces skill and concept the information learned in the class. So, homework also makes the learners aware of learning gaps, and this drives them to interact with teachers for doubt solving. Home assignment is the most effective method to include the practice of self-study. Now our body paragraph 1 is over, and then we move to body paragraph 2. Furthermore, the concept of homework establishes the home-school connection. When some lessons are allotted to be done at home, it creates opportunity for parents to participate actively in their child's education and help to elevate their ward's progress. This foretells the fundamentals of learning. Moreover, this day is a little more homework can prove a blessing as it would keep in the students away from technology addiction. And now counter argument paragraph. So we start counter argument paragraph is so. However, there are some aspects that must be kept inside when homework is given. Apart from studies, students should also have a leisure to socialize and play. Too much homework and academic stress can lead to poor mental and physical health. So young learners would be deprived of their childhood fun and time to pursue their hobbies. And now our counter argument paragraph is over, and then we move to conclusion paragraph. Our conclusion is to conclude with the homework debate. I trust that my explanation convinced me that assigning a little more homework to learners would certainly make them self-disciplined and independent in their thoughts, and would definitely create an interest in academic. As the saying goes, some homeworks and some plays can make Jack a smart boy. So our conclusion is over here, and then all essays and here, and then so today's our class is over. So alright students, that's all for today's class. And if you understood, like the video, comment yes, and what's the new video for you want, and like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to for daily IELTS classes. In the next class, Band 7 Plus convert version, another essay types. So please, thank you so much, and see you in the next class. Subscribe to my channel and like the video.